Okay, this is Jordan Lake Online Open, online competition, online tournament. This is the third round. Attempt one. You get 3 attempts per round, 3 hours per round per week. And this is Friday. And I get my first attempt now. So right now, I'm really in first. These other guys are cheating. Like you see the one guy, he's entered like 4 times. That's me in fifth, Torch. It's just a manly name. I have no idea why I picked Torch. It just sounds cool. But right now I'm, like theoretically in first. That guy in first place, he has entered twice. So I believe the computer will acknowledge his first account though, I think. And Trouble Man, he's just cheating like crazy. Anyway, let's start. This is PlayStation. And I have a PlayStation, so I'm competing against those guys. And I'm going to spot 2 first. Because my last round I went to spot 2. And I got like 1 15 and 2 14s like in the first 10 minutes. I got the classic boat. But I'm starting at my second favorite spot. It's a major hot spot. If you enter the tournament, you should definitely use it yourself. But I have no idea which hotspot is going to be the hottest right now. During the online tournament, you'll notice your hotspots will turn on and they'll turn off. And that's why you need a few hotspots. Well, you see that, see this deep cove? This is where my second hotspot is. My second favorite spot. Where that green marker is, that's where I'm going. I can just find it. Here it is. See how easy it is to miss this spot. I just had such good luck here. The last attempt, last week, I have to start here. I have to start here because last attempt, I got 3 giant bass here. In the first 10 minutes, I had 3 over 14 pounders. Ooh, not so good, not so good. Not very good there. I really needed that to be a 15 or a 14, honestly. 12 is not good if you're going for first place. Really have to have the The 14s and the 15s, really. Must have them. All 5 of your fish, you know, really got to be 14 or 15. If this is also a very, very bad, poor trophy, I will probably move right away. Because it's not extremely hot. This is really bad, folks.
Give that hog a bone.
I'm going to move right now to spot 1. I have 3 major hotspots, and I prefer to do better than that on my first 10 minutes. So 5 minutes or 6 minutes are gone, or 5 minutes are, no, 6, almost 6 minutes are gone. You just have to realize by this time, on the last attempt, last week, I had a couple giant trophies. So I just know that one of these spots really should be full of giant trophies right now. One of them should be. So use your judgment. If you want to stay longer and take your chances with those smaller trophies, I am a little paranoid that I could go for 30 minutes there and not get a giant trophy. And I'm afraid that this spot could be full of trophies, like really big ones. But this is my second hot spot. You come up to all these trees in the water, and you come up to this point, and there are super heavyweight trophies very often. Let's see how good the fishing is here. Doesn't look like much, does it? This is a major tournament spot. All right, I think I'm going to break this guy off because I saw a giant cruiser in here. He will not be broken off. He wants to stay and waste more of my time. All right, he's a high 13. So that's a very good sign, actually. That's why I love having a few spots, like a few major hot spots. And if one goes down or one is like starting to scare you, that you have some other major hot spots that you can rely on. That was a jump. So I do not believe this is a giant, massive beast. Rarely do they jump if they're very, very large. Like the 15s can barely hop. You know, the 14s and the 15s, they can barely hop. Yeah, it just seems like right now, everywhere, no matter what hotspot you're on, they're a little chill right now, no matter where you are. I did get almost a 14 pounder. 13-12 is my best fish right now. That was a jump. He's not big. I'm going to bring him in real fast. Just increase my drag all the way up. He's not big. I need to do better. But guys, I would definitely go with the Jenko swim bait and bring the tremor shad with a 4-hook. Those are like the best bass lures. I mean, you really take a chance not using them, you know? All right, there's a big bass in here. I saw a big bass in here. Huh. Looks like he's gone. Well, I sure hope every one of my attempts is a high scoring attempt. Maybe I shouldn't have left spot one. I really don't know. You just can't know that. So my first 10 minutes is nearly gone. And that's just how fast the online tournament is. And time just flies. Seemingly, it just flies by. And before you know it, the whole hour's gone, and maybe you got 3 or 4 giant trophies, and you're just hoping to God for that last one to come quickly. And you got to rely on your hot spots to deliver those fish. It's a really small trophy. I really need to bring him in quickly.
Yes. Check out the green beast from beneath.
But I had a game plan. And it was to spend 30 minutes at spot one. Yeah. This one could be big, maybe. He doesn't look very huge. No, he's really not huge. But I need a bunch of really huge fish to get first place. I need 5 giants. Either 14 or 15 or a combination of those. Also, if the fish are really fast, they're swimming around the water really fast, they're also not giant fish. They're not big. If they jump or if they're really fast, then they're not 14 and 15 pounders. Those fish can barely even like bunny hop. They can't swim fast. There's a big one. Oh, that could be a big one. Wait, no, I think I exchanged the big one for this one. This one's like not big at all, I think. Oh no, he might have some size. Oh yeah, he looks like he might be big. I don't really know. Sometimes they look really small, but when you reel them in, they're huge. And sometimes they look really huge and they're only 10 pounds. Yeah, he could be big. Yeah. Yeah, baby. So one almost 14 and one well over 14. 14 and a half. That's not bad at all. For your first 10 minutes or first 8 minutes, that's not bad at all, guys. If you get 5, the equivalent of 5 14-pounders, you're really doing quite good, and you're going to be in like the top 5. That's what you really need. Those 14/8s, 14/15, that's, 14/10, that's phenomenal. It's better than 14 like 2. But you can see this spot it's a major producer of super heavyweight trophies. Good for the online open. Good for tournament play. The kind of bass you really need. So 2 big fish in the first 10 minutes. I'll take it. I could be doing worse. I could be doing a lot worse. Mostly, guys, I would totally go with this drop shot. I mean, this Jenko, it's just that reliable. All the largest bass will bite it, and they 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 go after it readily, and they very seldom miss it. Like swim at it and don't bite it. You know that's rare with the Janko swim bait. On these real super giants, that's a jump. He's really tiny. He's small. He looks huge under the water, but he's only 10.
Big fish and no
That's what that means. It means they're no bigger than like 10 pounds. If they can leap up like that, the big ones are very rigid and cumbersome, and they just do not jump. They kind of hop. They bunny hop, like just very lightly, but they never jump. There's another bass in here, but he's not big at all. I feel like I am doing exceptionally well though, with that 13.10 I had and the 14.8. That gives me the equivalent of around two 14-pounders, which for the first 10 minutes I would say is just fine. I mean, you're on track to get 5 14s, and you can hardly do better than that. I mean, unless you have 5 15s or like 2 15s and 3 14s or a combination like that. I got snagged.
What a hog.
It just you never know which attempt is going to be your best. So you really put your best foot forward every single time. I mean, obviously, but it's the online open, and sometimes these spots get a little, they get a little scarce, and it doesn't matter what hotspot you're on. They ebb and flow. They speed up. They slow down. They heat up. They cool down. And sometimes you're just waiting around for that giant trophy, and sometimes it seems like it's hard at coming. But if you know your spots really well and you have confidence in it, then you know it's all just about waiting. Waiting for the right fish. I don't really need to switch baits right now, but I just kind of feel like it. And I'll tell you what, I trust this tremor shad. I trust it, like, just as much as the Janko to not miss, like, a really big fish. And I believe it is important to change your lures. I had a comment in one of my videos and on my open tournament videos. That could be a big one. And he really suggested that I use like 10 different lures. Like he named every single lure to me. He gave me like 10 lures. Because I only fish with like the Janko swim bait and the tremor shad. I'm just too nervous to really try anything that I feel like I could perhaps miss a big fish. Because you really have to have every single one. Like every single super heavyweight that comes by, you just can't afford to miss a lot of big ones, you know. And for me, the Janko swim bait and the tremor shad, you know, especially the Janko. Like in these tournaments, when you're going for 15s and 14s and everything, like to me, nothing is really truly the giant killer that the Janko swim bait is. This bait is just optimal. It's just, you don't take any chances with it. For the real super heavyweights, okay, I'm going to move now. Honestly, I need to do much better in the next 30 minutes. I have two 14-pounders. That's not phenomenal, really, actually. A phenomenal would be like 3 right now. And I think I just missed one on that spot. But that spot got really dead, like all the panfish there. And so I decided to leave there. Here's a spot that I caught Cosmo. So I'm going to give it a whirl right now. Go weedless, like tremor shad or 7-inch worm with a 4-hook. There's a lot of weeds. But there can be really extra large trophies here. It's certainly not as hot as some of the other spots that I know about. It's not like a roaring, raging hot spot. And you can waste time here, you know, like, so you have to use your judgment. Like, do you feel like stopping here could be profitable, that you might get a legendary or a big trophy? Anywhere you catch a legendary largemouth is a good place to stop during the tournament, just in case there's a big cruiser hanging around. But I'm just a firm believer in using as many spots, like good spots, as you need to, as the situation dictates that you need to.
Oh boy, that is Shack Daddy's super bass.
As many it looks like you need to. Sometimes all you need is one spot, but in my experience, you very often need more than one spot to be consistent, to consistently score high. This looks like another medium trophy. Yeah, he's kind of quick. See how he's quick? And he jumped. He is not a big fish.
Ladies and
Under
gentlemen,
10 pounds.
Basszilla.
So you do take a little bit of a chance using this spot. But as you can see, there's trophy bass here. So I firmly believe that you can get pretty lucky here. And if you call it like a legendary or a trophy, big, like super heavyweight trophy, it will have been worth the stop. I'm probably going to give it another 2 minutes. But I must say, it does seem like a pretty scarce round so far. Even Trickster there in third place, he's only got 60. He took a shot at this round, and so far his best attempt is 66. Okay, so one more cast. I'll give it one more cast. And I'm stuck. One more cast. This looks like it could be a large one. Oh no, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Let's see it swimming real fast like that. No, no. This is not big. He's like really fast. He's not big. He came right in. He's not big.
Big fish,
One
big
more
fish,
try.
no whammy.
Because you see there are bass. It's not a roaring hot spot, but there are trophy bass here. And it is a well-known, legendary largemouth spot. So I even caught Cosmo here. Or Orion, I believe it was Orion, not Cosmo. Orion's from Hartwell. Or Cosmo's from Hartwell. Orion is the one I caught here. I think I saw a large bass over here. But guys, you really need the 15s and the 14s. And any which way that you can get 5 of them is basically what you got to do. But there's a lot of weeds here. So I always go with the tremor shad or the big worm here. All right, I did see a big bass in here, so I'm going to give it one more minute. If I could just get one giant out of here, it would be worth it. It would be worth the stop. For one super heavyweight. See, there's a really big one over there. There's a really big one over there. A big trophy. I'm just hoping I can sneak up on him, surprise him, and get him to bite. But I feel like perhaps that first spot I went to, maybe I should have just gave it a little more time. Because I did not do extremely well at the spot I went to. It just seems like this round here is going to be a little scarce. It's going to be a little tough. Probably a 10-pounder. So what I've noticed is right now, this spot is holding a lot of 10s. A lot of 10s. But God, I hope he's huge. I really need a third giant. Oh yeah, he's nice. Wow.
Set any records with that one, but at least it's
Very, very, very nice. Now, I believe I will move the final 20 minutes. I'm not going to rely on that spot because I know it's not a hot spot. It is not a one of those raging, roaring hot spots. I know this spot is. That spot, you take a chance that you might waste a bunch of time not being on one of your hot spots and spending time in a spot like that that is known for legendaries and big trophies, but is not a guarantee. So use your judgment. You know, if you think you can pick up a giant trophy, by all means, try it out. But the one thing I would say is, don't try it all in one spot. Don't fish your whole attempt in one area. Find multiple hot spots that you think you can rely on. Hot spots. Multiple. You know, spots you trust. And, you know, switch it up. Back and forth. This is my first attempt. And I'm doing absolutely amazing. I've already got 68.8. To get first, I really need to improve. I am way too far up on this point. All right, that's a little better. It would certainly be ideal to pick up another super heavyweight. I've only got 20 minutes to do it in. Wow. This could be a big one. And there's not many huge fish here right now. Oh, this is definitely a big one. This is a super giant bass. He can't even jump. He's such a slob. Wow. Oh, man.
Right there, that's a little chunk panda.
You know, honestly, folks, that's a real letdown. It didn't even improve my score at all. He was so, like, mediocre. And yet he looked so huge, you know, that's a shame. But I mean, you need to extend your lead. If you have like a lead, you know, there you can never count people out. You're always going for like the biggest possible score. To extend your lead. To lessen the chances of you falling out of first or second or wherever you get to. I do not believe this is a giant bass. Just because of the way he looked at first. I guess in theory, no, he's too quick. Wow, he's big. Wow.
New competitors trembling with that.
A 15. That's phenomenal. That will certainly improve my score to 71 Fort, folks. This is the best I have ever done on the Jordan. I got two 15s, two 14s. Now, if I can just get one more 14 or 15, I will improve yet again. See, that fish, he didn't look that big at all, but he was a 15-pound trophy. So I'm having an absolutely phenomenal attempt here. You get 3 attempts per week. Each attempt is an hour long. So you got plenty of time to try out a strategy. And folks, I want you to try my strategy. I want you to try my spots and, you know, take them as your own. And, you know, everything, I learned everything in this game from someone else. I wouldn't even be playing this game if it wasn't for people that made it, you know. So I really believe in sharing information. You know, Bassmaster is a family, and people that love Bassmaster and all part of the Bassmaster community. You know, there's a lot of us that believe in sharing, like the things that we find and the things that we learn about Bassmaster. And I learned a lot from Big Timer Jay and Professor Smooth and like their channels. And I watched like all their videos, like all of them. And all I did at first, I was just using a crankbait that I learned from Professor Smooth's crankbait, that little apocalypse lure. And, you know, I didn't know what line to use, rod or reel, or like the hook sizes. I was a little rusty on. I didn't know really what hook sizes to use. Guys, I really actually need one more big one.
Not gonna set any records with that one.
And I'll say this, for rod sizes, anything 7 feet is good. Spinning or casting is just a preference. Any reel that is $5,000 or $5,500 will be good. And some of the reels are quite poor at handling giant bass. But any reel that's $5,500 or $5,000 is going to be strong, and it'll handle big bass. I always use 40-pound black braid because it distinctively says in the description that the black braid is the less visible braid in the game. It's the least visible. The black braid, I always go with 40-pound. And whenever I'm on the really big bass lakes, guys, for the big bass, I always use like a 4-hook, like a 4-hook jig or a 4-hook Ned rig, a 4-hook, any, as long as it's a 4-hook, it will catch the super heavyweight bass. Texas rig, Carolina rig, it doesn't matter. Ned rig, as long as it's a 4-hook. But if you're on Sabine River or St. Lawrence, use a 3. Use a 3. That's like some of the only stuff you need to know in this game. There's not much to learn. The big part is finding the hot spots. That's what takes forever, and that's the hard part. Like, especially on like hard lakes, like Hamilton or Ray Roberts. I mean, Ray Roberts in particular.
Not gonna set any records with that one.
All right, guys, I'm gonna make a big move here. And for the last 10 minutes, because I caught a 15 there. So I don't really honestly believe that I'm going to get another one or like another 14, especially after what I just did. Like the next 5 minutes I got it was a big waste of time. So going back to my favorite hot spot. So now you see what happened. I got very, very fortunate because when I came to this concrete wall here, I spent just enough time there to pick up a 15. It was like 15.4 or something. This wall here, and I picked up a 15-pounder. Man, if I could just get one more super giant. Honestly, I would be happy with the whole round. This is the best I've ever done on Jordan right now. How I'm doing right now. 71-4. But I just believe in kind of extending your lead. As much as possible, of course. I'm doing everything I can to bring in one more big one more 15 or 14 or something like that. This guy's not big at all. I'm going to break him off. I see what might be a big bass. But stick and move, guys, especially on the rounds that are really scarce and that are really tough. You don't have to ever be afraid or worry if you have like more than one hotspot. As long as you got a few, there's always something you can do about your situation. Ten minutes, guys. 10 minutes. I believe that this is a highly, highly productive spot for giants. And I just know it from fishing it for many hours that it is absolutely reliable. And so I'm really expecting it. I'm really expecting a 14 or a 15. Honestly. But it might not happen. This is the best round I've had so far. 71 by 4 ounces. I am besting my last round. And I have been highly consistent during this competition in general. So try it out. Try these spots. You can hardly go wrong, guys. I mean, these are online spots. They're competitive. You can hardly go wrong. You know, what can I say? They're great spots. Even on the toughest scarcity of fish, on the toughest round of the tournament so far. You see how I did. I mean, even though there weren't a multitude of giants or anything like there usually is, I still did 71-4. I mean, you'll finish in the top 5 if you do that. Top 5 in the world. I can't believe this is really going to happen. I'm going to go the next 10 minutes without one giant fish. Oh, there's one back there. There's a big one there. A huge, huge bass. And I cannot miss this bass. I cannot miss this bass. Where is he? No! No, leave me alone! Get out of here! Is this it? No, it's really fast, and it jumped. Bring it in quick. This is not the fish I saw. Get in here. 4 minutes left in my video. Get in here. There's a giant bass down there right now. And I am missing him, folks. I am missing this giant bass. Get out of here.
Gentlemen, we have found Basszilla.
Well, yeah, that was really big, Scott Martin. But not for Bassmaster 2022. What I need is that 15 I saw in here. Darn it. I don't see him anywhere. It's like he just spawned and then he despawned right away or something. I didn't even have a chance to catch him. Get out of here. I got a chance to have a 75-pound round here. Or something close. If I can just get one more giant. Ooh. Whoa. Is this big? Guys, if this is like a 14 or a 15, I will greatly extend my lead. He's big. I think he's big. He's enormous. He is enormous. This is the one I saw, the bright yellow one. Whoa, baby! Yes!
Not gonna set any records with that one, but at least it's a
Folks, I might win this round. First place. After everybody takes all their attempts. 73-14. I could win this entire round, guys. That's like a 74-pound round. So try it out, guys. And my video is about to shut off on me. And try it out. I will not get a better attempt than this. Thanks for being my viewers, for watching, for coming along on this journey. And have a good day. Bye-bye.